We are going to be putting the connection to the database in, and we're going to be adding the latitude, longitude, name, and height to the database structure. So first thing we need to do is to create that database. So what we'll do is we'll go new database. You could do this with SQL, but we're just going to create it. So I'm going to put it in the same folder as everything else, which is my PyCharm projects folder. Whatever yours is, you need to put in the same one. I'm saving mine as restrictions.db. But of course you could create it as anything you want, you just need to change what it's called when you refer to it. Sorry? Yes, a new database. Yep. I'm going to click save, and I'm actually going to create a table called restrictions as well. In that table, I'm going to need to put in a few different corresponding fields. They are going to be, the first one is going to be name. Okay, it's going to be a text. Just realized I should have put in an ID, so I'm going to put an ID in, and it is going to be an integer, and it is going to be the primary key. I'm going to, actually, I will do it in a different order. Start with the ID, then I'm going to do name again. It's going to be text. Next one is lat. Latitude is going to be real. Okay, real is a variable in SQLite that means it can be a boolean. Sorry, not a boolean. It can be a float. So it can have decimal points, which we need for a latitude and a longitude. So I can do the same thing for longitude. So long, it's going to be a real as well. And then I'm going to add in height. Okay, and height needs to be real as well because some of them are like 4.4, 3.8, all those sorts of things. So there we go. Once I've done all that, I'm going to click OK, and now we have a restrictions table. Okay, should look like that. If we go browse data and refresh, you'll find that there's nothing in there. Okay, totally empty. All right. So that's our database, and you should see when you go back over to PyCharm, you can now see we've got a restrictions.db database file in our IDE that we can now access and refer to. All right. So first thing we need to do is we need to import the SQLite 3 library. SQLite 3. And we need to actually connect to that database. So putting this before the part where we deal with the road restrictions GeoJSON file, but we're going to do SQLite connection equals SQLite 3 connect. Then we're going to refer to our database file, which is restrictions.db. Cursor equals SQLite connection dot cursor. All right, so we now have a connection to the database. Before we do anything to enter any data, what we really want to do is we want to actually wipe any data that is sitting within that table. We actually want to wipe it before we add anything new, because as we get new data from this data source, things might disappear. So a height restriction might go away, or it might change, or anything could happen. So what we want to do is we want to wipe the table and then re-pull in all of the data at the same time. Okay. So the way I'm going to do that is we're going to actually write a query and give it to a variable. Okay. So SQLite delete all query, and then to denote a SQL piece of text, we're going to go triple inverted commas, and then we're going to use some SQL. So delete from, and restrictions is the table name. It's going to delete everything in there. Okay, so that's what that will do. And then we need to tell it to do it. Okay, so cursor dot execute, which is referring to the connection we have now to the database, which you can see above. And then cursor dot execute, now do this piece of SQL code. Okay, we could do this in one line, but I just wanted to introduce that concept to you because we do it further on down the track. So SQLite delete all query. If you press tab, it will fill it in for you. All right, so that should be the first thing. If we run this, we shouldn't get any errors. It should just work, but you won't be able to see the effects of it. Oh, we do have an error. No such table restrictions. Have I spelt it correctly is the first question. Restrictions. Did I spell it correctly on the other side? Restrictions, file, save project. Let's see if that changes anything. Huh. But I hadn't clicked the write changes button, which is just up there. Once you've written the changes, it will recognize that the restrictions are part of the database now, that table. Jump back over to PyCharm edu, and we can carry on. So what we now need to do is we need to write an SQL query that will write each of those variables into the database. But what we don't want to do is we don't want to put it above, because if we put it above, it will not be within the for loop. Okay, it will not work. Actually, no, sorry, it will work if we have it outside of the for loop, but it will only write the final item that is contained within those variables. So if I put the SQL query down the bottom here and tabbed it in, it wouldn't actually populate it with everything we need. It will just put one thing in because it would be whatever is finally in those variables. So what we want to do is we want to make sure it's tabbed in so it is part of this section, okay, the for feature in JSON object section. So we're just going to write the query within there. So I'm going to tab it in one. I'm going to call it SQLite insert query. And then we're going to do some more SQL insert into restrictions name lat long. Oh, sorry, they're lowercase. Apologies. And we want to put the values question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. All right, so there's our variable. Our variable which has the query contained within it. We're going to go with SQLite connection. Spell it correctly. As connection. It's not what I wanted. SQLite fiction as connection. We do a similar thing to above. We're going to execute that query, and we're going to pass those variables in and tell it what specific variables we want in there. SQLite insert query, comma, and then we're going to give it those variables that we created using the square brackets. Name, lat, long, height, and then we're going to commit that to the database. Alright, now when I run this, let's see what happens. Alright, so it's still printed all these things, but when I check over here, if I go into there, browse data, you can see, there we go, it has all come in. So we now have a database that contains the name of the height restriction, the latitude of it, the longitude of it, and the specific height restriction that we have. Okay, and now we can use this data within our database to output it to our Flask template in the next step that we do. Okay.